Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the club in another World of Tanks Blitz video. This time, as we can see here, I will be talking about the clan event tanks, the 50TP prototype, the Batchat 25t Avenir, and the Waffenträger Ritter. So we can have those tanks, of course, by being active in your clan and collecting all the tickets. And if you have enough, like me, I had already, you can get one of those tanks. I think most of you tomorrow will get enough tickets to pick up a tank, and I will try to help you with this video, to pick up the right vehicle for you which fits your play style. So yeah, I will be starting with the Waffenträger Ritter because in my opinion this tank is actually the most tank that you shouldn't go for if you are not a skilled tank destroyer player, because this tank is really team dependent. On paper this tank is a beast. I mean, if you know how to play with the Waffenträger Ritter, the Tech 2 one for free, the German tank, so you will definitely do good with this vehicle, because actually the Waffenträger Ritter is way better than the Waffenträger, the free one. Okay, we got here 3.4k of TPM, on this one only 3k TPM. So this tank just got a better TPM, a better mobility, and yeah, but it's, as I told you, a lot team dependent. And if you are interested, just visit my full review. I will try to do here a very fast showcase to all of the tanks and show you the gameplay and what we can do with each vehicle. So let's start with the Waffenträger Ritter. To the Waffenträger Ritter, as I told you, it's team dependent and we have a paper armor on it. That means you need to play it sneaky from distance, like really regular boring TD playstyle. Okay, find your TD spot, go to your TD spot and try not to be spotted. In case of you are spotted, just run away, relocate, because they will just spam you with HE shells and HES shells and you are going really to be destroyed in just few seconds. Okay, it's just an HE magnet, or in general it's a magnet for all enemy tanks. If they see you, they know it's easy to pen you, so they will all rush on you. So that's the tricky thing about this tank, that you should know about it. Okay, if you don't know how to play with the TDs with paper armor or with no armor at all, just leave your hands away from this vehicle, because it's really very tricky to play. It's not easy. If you don't know how to play with it, you will really suck on it. Okay, so just don't do it if you don't know how to play with TDs, especially those kind of TDs with no armor, like the RHM, or I don't know, Scorpion, SU-13 OPM, the Waffenträger, etc. So all kind of TDs that have no armor. Okay, but if we know how to play with it, we can really enjoy slapping the enemies from distance. We have an insane precision for that. We can really penetrate every enemy from long distances, and that's really fun to do a lot of damage with it, but still team dependent. And that's why I picked up for you this battle, because I will go for nearly 4k damage. I'm the best player of my team, and even with that, that will not be enough to win this battle, because it is how it is playing with this tank. You need just a strong team for that, so that they can protect you and you can just keep doing your damage from distance and supporting your team from distance. And yeah, it is how it is. We have, as you can see here, a very slow turret rotation, so we cannot play it really that aggressive, so rush on an enemy only in some situations, not always. And that's why it's really this tank not made to go frontline, not made to be good. Look at this, just I lost with 2 shots because it spammed me with HES shell. I lost nearly all of my hit points with just 2 shots, 3 shots, and now I'm dead. And anyone will pen you, okay? Really anyone. And that's why it's really tricky to play with this tank. So yeah, I will skip through this part. That's my opinion about the Waffenträger Ritter. So if you know how to play with it, do it. If not, as I told you, leave your hands away from this tank, because it's really so hard to be played. 3.7k of damage, and that wasn't enough to win this battle. The second tank we will be talking about is the 50TP prototype. I mean, the Waffenträger Ritter and the 50TP prototype, they were tanks from older clan events. I got them also for free, and this is one of the solid clan events tank for my opinion, ever. So this tank gets all what we need to really do great battles and have a higher win rate even. This tank got a strong upper plate, a strong turret, a strong gun, a good GPM for a tier 9 heavy tank, a good mobility, and it's beginner friendly, and that's why in my opinion, if you are a beginner player, just go for this vehicle. And I got for you also some gameplay with this vehicle in map Molenbeek. So as you can see, the armor is working pretty good, the penetration also insane. I was able there to penetrate the turret of the Optic 25tu, and we know all how hard to penetrate that vehicle. We have also a tungsten shell on this gun, so if activated we can really do a huge amount of damage with one shot. That increases our alpha damage. Look at this, guys, nearly 500 damage with one shot thanks to tungsten shell, and that's also really very effective to take it with you to the battlefield to do a lot of damage. So yeah, and the playstyle of this tank is really, you can allow yourself to go frontline with this tank. We have a lot of hit points, we have a strong armor, but of course try always to find a place where you can hide again after shooting, because we still have kind of long bullet time, or try to go to a hull down position where you can show only your turret. For example, I'm not doing this right now here in this battle, but it's also effective to play hull down with this tank because we have 8 degrees of depression and we can also block a lot of damage with our turret. So, but we can also go on flat ground with this tank, wiggling a bit. We have a strong upper plate, and sometimes you will be able to block some damage even you are on flat ground. So yeah, all in all, in my opinion, this is the best choice for you if you are a new player, a beginner player, or if you are a main heavy tank player. Yeah, this tank will not deceive you. This tank is really a good choice for all beginner players and also all heavy tanks main players. Here we go, tungsten shell again activated. Let's slap that object 704. We got the Löwe here, let's rush on him. So this tank is also insane for face hugging. I knew it already, so that's why I rushed on the Löwe, because if I just face hug the Löwe, he will just have any chance to penetrate my turret. It's just too strong for him, and the tank is so flat, though that the Löwe, because it's higher than me, he can see only my turret, and that's the advantage of this tank. Playing with it, we can do also a lot of face hugging, and also side scraping is also possible with this vehicle. Going here for 3.4k of damage, and that wasn't even enough to get a second or first or ace with this tank. That means we can really do better, much more better with this vehicle. We can go for more damage. I think the day that I aced this vehicle, I needed something like 4.5k damage to at least being able to ace this vehicle, or sometimes you need even more. It depends how much damage you did, or how much damage you did in combination of spotting and in combination of enemy tanks destroyed. But you need definitely a lot of damage to ace this vehicle, and that's also a proof enough that this tank is actually so OP, and we need to do a lot of damage in order to get an ace tank and mastery badge with it. And the last vehicle I will be talking about is the Badget 25t Avenir. And yeah, this tank is insane in my opinion, but only for light tanks players, only for players who know how to play with lights. If you don't know, same for the Waffenträger Ritter, if you don't know how to play with light tanks, leave your hands away from this vehicle, because it's very similar to the tier 10 Badget 25t, very similar playstyle. Basically it's a Badget 25t, the tech tree one, in a tier 9 one, and they made it collector, okay? Also balanced to a tier 9 tank, and actually it's the very similar playstyle to the tier 10 one, the French tier 10 tech tree light tank. And yeah, what should I say? As I told you, it's just insane. Yeah, I'm gonna just jump straight to the battlefield to show you how to play with this vehicle and if this tank maybe fits to your playstyle or not. Well, yeah, the battle that I got for you was in Winter Malinovka, and what you should do as always with a light tank in the beginning, try to spot the enemy tanks, very careful for your teammates. Try not to be spotted, just spot, and if you are spotted, same with a paper armored D, just fall back first, disappear from the sight of the enemy, and then go out again. Now, okay, I'm gonna do another shot and then fall back again, otherwise I will be spammed from everywhere with shells, and we don't want that. We want to stay alive. So that's why I'm relocating right now. I spotted some enemy tanks, and now playing with light tank, that means go somewhere else, disappear again, and spot again and do your damage. And by the time, if you do it correctly, you will create the advantage for your team because you are spotting, you are very active, you are all-rounder. You will make the advantage that your teammates maybe will finish 1 or 2 tanks, and then you can start playing more aggressive and more mobile. You know, using your speed, rushing on enemies, then you can allow that yourself, but not in the beginning because you will be destroyed if you do that. So now I risk this one just to finish here the T92. A very risky move. I will not suggest you to do it because such moves sometimes will end up by being destroyed, but I did it. I allowed myself to do it because I knew how to handle with that. Now I'm disappearing again. I'm hiding myself behind that rock so that the scorpion, he was staring at me, he could shoot at me, and now disappear again and try to do something else. So you have to have a lot of ideas, a lot of brain work while playing with this tank, relocating, having the big view of the map, okay, not only focusing on one enemy but really looking completely what's going on around you and try to do damage from everywhere with some sniper shots. So it's really very tricky to play also, but yeah, if you master this play style, playing with light tanks, especially O2 loader light tanks, it's also after that a lot of fun, and you will win definitely a lot of battle and do a lot of damage thanks to this play style. It's tricky, it's hard to adapt to this play style, but if you somehow manage to do it like I'm doing here, it's gonna be really a lot of fun playing with light tanks. But as you all know, it's for sure really nothing for beginner players or for players who don't have a lot of battles, a lot of skills in this game. So if you're still under 10k battles, I would say maybe leave your hands away from this tank and go for the 50 TP. Here we go. Let's surprise the scorpion with HE shell and then finish also the SMV if you are anyway doing it. So let's do it correctly. Alright, so in this battle I went for 3k of damage. A nice gameplay in my opinion, a good showcase to show you all what we can do with this vehicle. Yeah, just insane vehicle in the right hands. And with that, guys, we arrived to the end of this video. I hope that it could help you with this video showcasing all the clan event tanks. I could help you for your choice, which tank you should go for. Well, yeah, if you liked it, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon in the next one, guys. Bye bye.